Right, I don't know whether I'm risking my freedom by mentioning this, but there's a man here who was a member of what's described by Sammy Woodhouse as a member of a prolific grooming gang in Rotherham. And yeah, but just by mentioning that, I could end up with a knock on the door. I am going to mention it because Sammy Woodhouse is mentioning it, and Sammy Woodhouse is a brave woman I very much admire. She was a victim of a grooming gang and now is an activist against child abuse. I have to be careful with my wording here because of YouTube. As the video progresses, I will have a little more freedom in how I phrase things. I'm Granniopteryx. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. YouTube demands that in the first 2 minutes of any video, I don't know, it might have changed now, but when I haven't checked up yet, but it says in the first 2 minutes you have to be careful about your language. Anyway, Sammy Woodhouse is an activist against child sexual abuse. She was a victim of the Rotherham child exploitation scandal, which she helped expose by giving an anonymous interview to Andrew Norfolk of The Times. Woodhouse has actively supported pardoning child sexual abuse victims for crimes that they were coerced into committing. Her story is quite harrowing. When she was 14 years old, Woodhouse was groomed by 24-year-old gang leader Rashid Hussein, who'd been married and had 2 children. Hussein started raping Woodhouse a month after they met and subsequently raped, assaulted and beat her on a daily basis. According to her, Hussein would threaten her with a gun and threaten to kill her family. Woodhouse said that Hussein colluded with some police officers and that she was charged with crimes she and Hussein committed jointly. For example, when she turned 15, Hussein forced her to rob a post office. The police raided Hussein's house a few days later while he and Woodhouse were in bed. Hussein was not arrested, but Woodhouse was charged with possessing a baton. A few months later, Hussein made Woodhouse fight a girl, and Woodhouse was convicted of assault. I do remember one case where, I'm not sure it was her parents, you know, there's so many of them, but one father went round to a place where his daughter was being raped, and he tried to burst in and rescue his daughter, and the men there called the police, and the father was arrested for breaking and entering or threats or whatever. What's been going on in those situations? I was going to say in Rotherham, but it's going on all over the place. It's been going on and it is still going on. And as I said, with the collusion of the police and with the collusion of the council, anyone who's listened to Tommy Robinson's Silenced will know how the council acts in those sorts of situations. So anyway, this guy here, slaphead here, Banaras Hussein, who raped and tortured victims as young as 11, will be released from prison tomorrow. He was sentenced to 19 years in prison in 2016. Let's see, it's 2024 now, isn't it? He's served less than half of his sentence and he's going to be released. They say he'll be supervised by the probation service until the 9th of June 2034. Do you believe that? Do you believe he'll be supervised? He might be on their books. Do you believe he'll be supervised? Well, he might go, leave the country and go to Pakistan, I suppose, where he's as free as a bird. Meanwhile, Sammy Woodhouse has the experiences of her childhood with her for the rest of her life. Hussein's brother and the ringleader, Rashid Hussein, was imprisoned for 35 years. Brother Basharat Hussein was handed 25 years. Nice family. Brother Sagir Hussein was sentenced to 19 years, and their uncle, Qurban Ali, was jailed for 10 years. I wonder when they're coming out. Somebody down here says, can someone explain to me why he isn't being deported? And then Sammy Woodhouse says, because he was born in the UK. Well, he may have been born in the UK, but his set of ethics certainly wasn't. And this prepossessing chap is going to be out of jail. He's maybe out of jail now. Well, that's it. That's our legal system. That's our courts. That's our police. That's our councils. That's what we've got. That's what we've got. And meanwhile, people are being thrown into the slammer for Facebook posts, which are obviously much worse than the crimes he and his nice family committed. If you ask me, the whole system is completely Banaras. Till next time. You can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.